Right, 38 degrees in Hobart today. Yeah, you heard that right. Tasmania hotter than Darwin. Is your area about to cop a major weather shift that could completely change the week ahead? Right now, the Bureau of Meteorology has severe weather warnings active across 3 states, affecting over 6 million Australians, and what S coming in the next 72 hours could be pretty significant for the eastern seaboard. I'm going to break down exactly when this system hits your city, which models are disagreeing, and why tomorrow S forecast update is going to be absolutely critical. Chuck your location in the comments right now and I'll give you a personalised update in tomorrow S video. Sydney, URI looking at 29 degrees tomorrow, building to 32 Wednesday before a southerly buster smashes through Thursday morning, dropping you back to 24. Melbourne currently sitting at 36, tomorrow 38, then a massive cool change Friday takes you down to 19. Brisbane steady at 31 tomorrow, 32 Wednesday, storms possible Thursday, Arvo. Perth, URI cooking at 41 tomorrow, 43 Wednesday, slight relief Thursday down to 37. Adelaide 34 tomorrow, peaking at 39 midweek, then a cold front slams through late Friday. Hobart, after today, S scorcher, you are dropping to 26 tomorrow, low 20s by Thursday. Darwin, steady as she goes, 33 tomorrow with afternoon storms likely. Now, here's where it gets interesting, and this is something I want you to pay attention to around the 8-minute mark when we dive into the weekend outlook, because there is a significant divergence between the models that could completely change Saturday S forecast for southeast Queensland and northern New South Wales. Let's break down what is happening across the country, starting with the heat building across southern Australia. This is a classic heat trough scenario, pulling all that hot air down from central Australia across SA, Victoria and inland New South Wales. Access is showing peak temperatures Wednesday across Victoria, with Melbourne S western suburbs potentially hitting 41 degrees. The European model reckons Thursday for the peak. This 24-hour difference is pretty crucial for planning, especially with total fire ban days likely to be declared. Regional Victoria, Bendigo 40 tomorrow, 43 Wednesday. Ballarat 34 tomorrow, 37 Wednesday. Geelong 33 tomorrow, possibly 38 Wednesday before the change. New South Wales coast and inland. Newcastle 32 tomorrow, 34 Wednesday. Coffs Harbour 29 tomorrow, storms possible Wednesday and Thursday. Wagga Wagga 40 tomorrow, 42 Wednesday. Dubbo 39 tomorrow, 41 Wednesday. Queensland coverage. Gold Coast 30 tomorrow, storms Wednesday and Thursday. Sunshine Coast 29, building shower activity midweek. Townsville 32, monsoonal showers continuing. Cairns 31, afternoon storms likely. Toowoomba 30, storms possible. Wednesday, severe risk with large hail. Western Australia, Perth 41 tomorrow, 43 Wednesday. Fire danger extreme, total fire ban likely Wednesday. Bunbury 40 tomorrow, 42 Wednesday. Geraldton 44 tomorrow, absolutely scorching. Broome 34 with afternoon storms. South Australia. Adelaide northern suburbs could push 37 tomorrow, coastal 32, Wednesday widespread 39, inland 42, Mount Gambier 28 tomorrow, 31 Wednesday, Whyalla 38 tomorrow, 41 Wednesday, Tasmania, Launceston 28 tomorrow, 24 Wednesday, Northern Territory Alice Springs 41 tomorrow, 42 Wednesday, Katherine 36 with storms. Canberra 34 tomorrow, 37 Wednesday, then cool change Thursday drops to 26. Right? If you haven't already, drop your city or town in the comments, because I'm going through them tomorrow and giving specific updates, especially around storm timing and rainfall totals, because that S where the models are really disagreeing right now. Let me talk about this model tension, because it S significant. Access, our Australian model, is showing a low pressure system developing off the New South Wales coast Thursday, bringing rain to the ranges and coast Thursday night into Friday. Rainfall totals around 30 to 50 millimetres for the mid-north coast, 20 to 40 for Sydney and the Illawarra. The European model is much more aggressive, developing this system further south, which would pump more moisture into Victoria and southern New South Wales, potentially bringing 50 to 80 millimetres to elevated areas and pushing the timing back to Friday into Saturday. This 100-kilometre shift in the low S track changes everything. If access is right, Sydney gets decent rain Thursday night, clears Friday, nice weekend. If the European model is right, rain continues into Saturday morning, totals are higher, and Melbourne gets involved in a bigger way. We'll have a better idea tomorrow when the latest model runs come through. For Brisbane and southeast Queensland, there's also uncertainty around storm coverage Wednesday and Thursday. GFS is showing scattered storms 30 to 40% of the region copping 20 to 40 millimetres. Access is less convinced, showing more isolated activity, 10 to 20 millimetres where storms hit, but many areas staying dry. This matters because SEQ has been pretty dry lately. Some of you in Brisbane Haven T had decent rain since mid-January, so there's a lot riding on whether these storms actually develop. Now here, that one detail I mentioned earlier that got me concerned. The combination of extreme heat Wednesday across southern Australia, followed by a sharp cold front Thursday into Friday, creates dangerous fire weather conditions. We're talking temperature drops of 15 to 20 degrees in a few hours. But before the change arrives, we'll have hot, dry northerlies, low humidity, and that's absolutely classic catastrophic fire danger territory. If you in Victoria, South Australia or southern New South Wales, Wednesday is the day to be extremely careful. Don't mow your lawn. Don't use angle grinders. Don't have barbecues in the open. Total fire bans will almost certainly be declared. This is serious stuff. Lives and properties depend on people doing the right thing on days like this. Hang on, let me clarify something about the weekend because I don't want to create confusion. Saturday's outlook for the eastern states depends entirely on which model verification we get. Currently, access suggests mostly clear conditions for Sydney and Brisbane Saturday, slight shower risk Sunday. The European model keeps showers around longer, particularly Saturday morning for Sydney, Saturday afternoon for Brisbane. By Sunday, the models are in better agreement, mostly dry with just isolated coastal showers. For Melbourne, Saturday looks like a cracker day after Friday's change. 17 degrees, mostly sunny, light winds. Perfect if you've got outdoor plans. Sunday similar, 18 degrees, maybe a shower late. Perth, Saturday and Sunday both around 35 degrees, dry, sunny, typical summer conditions once the midweek heat eases. Adelaide, your weekend looks pretty good too. Saturday around 23 degrees after Friday's cool change. Sunday 25, dry conditions. Hobart, Saturday 19 degrees, possible showers, Sunday similar. Darwin, weekend storms both days, 33 degrees. That is just standard top end wet season stuff. Storm risks Wednesday and Thursday across Queensland and northern New South Wales. Good instability, coral sea moisture, trough providing lift. Highest risk areas, Darling Downs, Granite Belt, Northern Rivers, mid-north coast, Toowoomba, Warwick, Lismore, Ballina, Coffs Harbour, Port Macquarie. Watch for severe storms Wednesday and Thursday afternoons, large hail and damaging winds possible. Brisbane storm risk peaks Thursday. Sydney on southern edge, storms likely Thursday night with the coastal low. Newcastle, good chance Thursday afternoon. Now let me check that again because the latest access run has actually shifted the low pressure system track slightly. Yeah, it's now showing the low developing a bit further north than earlier runs, which would increase rainfall for the mid-north coast and southeast Queensland and reduce it slightly for Sydney and the Illawarra. See, this is exactly why you need to check back tomorrow because these systems are still evolving and the forecast will sharpen up significantly. There is still a bit of uncertainty around exact rainfall totals, but here's what I reckon is most likely. Townsville and Cairns, you will continue getting 30 to 60 millimetres over the next week, typical wet season stuff. Southeast Queensland, 10 to 40 millimetres Wednesday and Thursday where storms hit, but patchy coverage means some areas stay dry. Northern Rivers and mid-north coast, 20 to 60 millimetres Wednesday through Friday, better coverage than further north. Sydney and Illawarra, 15 to 40 millimetres Thursday into Friday. Melbourne, 5 to 15 millimetres Friday, not a drought breaker but welcome. Adelaide, trace amounts Friday. Perth, staying dry this week. Hobart, 5 to 10 millimetres Saturday. Darwin, 50 to 100 millimetres over the next 7 days. Let me address something I've seen in the comments from yesterday's video. Someone has been spreading misinformation about a major cyclone bearing down on the east coast. That S not happening. There is no cyclone threat to the Australian east coast this week. There is a monsoon low in the Gulf of Carpentaria, but that S hundreds of kilometres from the nearest populated area and tracking away from land. Please get your information from the Bureau of Meteorology or credible sources, not social media panic merchants. Yeah, look, I know the heat this week isn't ideal for those of you in southern Australia, but the good news is it's relatively short-lived. By Friday, much cooler air spreads across Victoria, South Australia, Tasmania and southern New South Wales. Saturday genuinely looks like a nice day for most of you. After a rough summer with so much heat, that cool change is going to feel pretty good. For northern Australia, you are in the middle of the big wet and that S going to continue. Darwin, expect storms most afternoons. Cairns and Townsville, same deal. This is your rainy season and it's delivering pretty well this year. Some areas of far north Queensland have picked up over 300 millimetres in January, which is solid. At the 3-minute mark, I asked you to drop your location in comments, and I mean it. Tomorrow S video, I am going to go through the comments and give specific forecasts for individual towns. I love doing that because it helps you plan your week properly. Whether you re a tradie who needs to know if Thursday's a write-off, or you've got weekend plans and need to know if Saturday morning is going to be wet, I'll sort you out. One more thing about the fire danger Wednesday. The combination of hot, dry, gusty northerlies ahead of the change creates extreme fire danger ratings across much of Victoria, South Australia and southern New South Wales. If a fire starts in those conditions, it will spread rapidly and be difficult to control. Ember attacks can travel kilometres ahead of the fire front. This is why total fire bans exist. Please, if you in an at-risk area, have your bushfire plan ready, know your trigger to leave, and stay across warnings through the BOM app or local emergency services. Bit of a rough trot for inland New South Wales and Victoria this week with that heat, but coastal areas will generally be a bit more bearable. Sea breezes will provide some relief, especially late afternoon and evening. If you near the coast, heading to the beach Wednesday afternoon isn't a bad idea. Just remember sun protection because UV levels are extreme right across the country this time of year. Right, we at the 12-minute mark. So final comment reminder, seriously, drop your location below. Tomorrow I am doing a comprehensive update with the latest model runs and I want to give you specific information for your area. Whether you are in a capital city or a small regional town, I'll cover you. Weekend outlook, Sydney. Saturday mostly sunny, 26 degrees. Sunday 27 slight shower risk. Melbourne Saturday 17 sunny. Sunday 18 similar. Brisbane Saturday 29 partly cloudy. Sunday 30 isolated showers. Perth Saturday 35 sunny. Sunday 36. Adelaide Saturday 23, Sunday 25, beautiful after the cool change. Hobart Saturday 19, showers possible, Sunday 20. Darwin both days 33 with afternoon storms. This is unusual for early February. Significant heat spike followed by sharp cool change. The jet stream dipped south, allowing hot air from central Australia to flood down, then swings back north, dragging cold southern ocean air up. This rapid swing creates dangerous fire weather Wednesday. Timing uncertainty remains with the coastal low. Access shows Thursday night into Friday for peak rainfall. ECMWF keeps shifting between Thursday and Friday. Better clarity tomorrow with 0-hour model runs. Inland Queensland, Longreach 38 tomorrow, 41 Wednesday. Mount Isa 37 tomorrow, possible storms. There's one location that could cop something unexpected this week, and that S, the northern tablelands of New South Wales, Armidale, Tamworth, Glen Innes. You in an interesting zone where if that coastal low develops in the right position, you could get significant rainfall Thursday night into Friday, potentially 40 to 80 millimetres. But if it tracks differently, you might only see 5 to 10 millimetres. That is a huge range and it depends entirely on the exact low track. This difference is pretty significant because the northern tablelands have been quite dry and farmers are watching these forecasts closely. If you're in that region, definitely check back tomorrow when we've got updated model runs. If there's one thing to remember from this forecast, it's Wednesday for Southern Australia. That your peak heat day, your highest fire danger day, and the day you need to be most careful. Thursday, the change starts arriving, but Wednesday is when things are most dangerous. Brief recap. Extreme heat builds peaking Wednesday. Fire danger, critical Wednesday. Storms Queensland and northern New South Wales Wednesday, Thursday. Some severe. Coastal low brings rain, New South Wales coast Thursday, Friday. Cool change sweeps north Friday. Weekend looks good most capitals. Northern Australia wet season continues. Yeah, look, weather forecasting isn't exact science with these complex setups. Models do an amazing job but aren't perfect. That's why checking back tomorrow matters. Forecasts improve closer to events. Tomorrow's video is going to be crucial because we'll have overnight model runs and I'll be able to give you much more specific information about storm timing, rainfall totals and weekend conditions. I am planning to go live around 5 p.m. tomorrow if those storms are firing across southeast Queensland, so turn on notifications if you want real-time updates. Specific teas for tomorrow. I'll have the exact hour that coastal low develops, which means I can tell you precisely when rain starts for your location. I'll also have updated fire danger ratings once the Bureau releases them, and I will break down which suburbs are at highest risk. Plus, I will be going through your comments and giving personalised forecasts. I genuinely appreciate you watching and being part of this community. Weather affects all of us, and having accurate, timely information helps you make better decisions. Whether that's deciding when to mow the lawn, planning weekend activities, or preparing for fire danger, I want to help you stay informed. Tomorrow's video drops at 5 p.m. AEDT, and if storms are active, I might go live earlier. Make sure you resubscribed and notifications are on. Drop your location in the comments right now, and I'll see you tomorrow with a comprehensive update as this system develops. Stay safe, everyone, especially Wednesday with that extreme heat and fire day.